the market is trying to double bottom test this support low. It could easily, come down another point or two and then just, obviously until this low goes, that's still considered support. Angels and demons, so if you're looking at a 5-minute RTH chart, you certainly need to understand straight up day, we bypass the red line going no place, but usually we find it tough to bypass, the blue line too, and this. Today is such an outlier day, anything can go. And we said that be careful running into this. This may stall things today. Certainly this has been supportive. And backing and filling is the preferred way to trade. Give it some room to, bust stops, and then assume a choppy type backing and filling. And there's going to be one pullback that's bought that's right, probably. And that's the problem, is guessing which one, at which price level, and at which time. Because theoretically, in a market reversal, you should be able to buy the first pullback. And by first pullback, we want to look at the same idea. To me, the first pullback was this one right here. So we've already done that. So now we're kind of going over and under this blue line, and you're looking at a 10-minute chart, which has a little more significance. Note this 78 is still an important idea today. And if you go back to a 15, which is even more powerful, you can see where we're holding on right now. So I believe if we get back to the 78 to 79.5, this is a major pivot, as I showed you, 79.5. So anything backing this zone, you really need to protect yourself. And we said you're probably going to need several attempts today, short side for sure, because it's a contra against a strong momentum push. The rabid dog day, no doubt, because of the size of the range. And that being said, they've left crumbs for us during RTH. From 8 o'clock on, these are your 8 o'clock lows in here, right? 7 o'clock low in here, and this is early before most of us are up. So really, there has not been a lot of access. This is a 10-point range, basically, since 7 o'clock this morning. And that's what the average traders had to work with. So, this was designed to stop run all of the longs and then stop run all the shorts too. And this is a theta burn day, no doubt. And all the, late wannabe longs are now crowing about trying to buy up here when basically they lost big time down here. Because this was a stop sweeper. You can see it. The stop sweeper will actually come down and bust all those stops and then bounce hard. And then it'll start as a retracement move. But right here, you can see it. This is the rotation that got everybody, because this got right back into the range and then powered right up through it. So anybody that's played backwards today, congrats. A reminder, this 79.5 is a big-time idea. I like to see us break the overnight high. I like to see us by at least a point or two. That's normal. Not come back to exactly the tick of it. But you still need to understand this is a very powerful zone right now. And this is the way the boys get us. And by that I mean they just overnight, they just jam it and say, okay, take the crumbs, I'll give it to you. And by the way, if you overstay, I'm going to get you again. That's just the way they play. All right, grab lunch. Anybody that's got a short side trade on, congrats. At least we got something out of it. If you did not buy this morning, I get that too. If you played both ways, congrats. And in the 8-point range, 9-point range, if you got 4 or 5 going either way, good going. All right, I'll be back in a little. On the 30. There's a 20 right now, Mike. Here's your 30. I wanted to see the 20 because the 20 had stalled it. I thought it might have. Just looking at the 30. So there's my 30 right there. And you can see we're starting to come into, and again, on a day like today, moving averages could mean diddly, but typically, you know, they're helpful. All right. I'll grab a quick